I've tasted being the bigger person. I've tasted matching energy. I've tasted communicating for hours. And I highly recommend just shutting it the fuck up and just leaving people alone. No, seriously. The days of going back and forth, the days of trying to get people to see my point of view, the days of trying to get people to understand why I'm hurt, why I don't feel protected, why I don't feel safe, it's over. It's over. No one will ever get that out of me ever again. And it does sound very unfortunate, but unless I'm getting married to you or unless we're in a serious relationship, I just can't see me doing it. Because you know what's funny? You will stop talking to somebody or you will cut them off or you will release them and they will know exactly why. They will know exactly why. And I'm not doing the inner work for you anymore. You know how like you would go and tell somebody, you did this. I don't like when you do this. And you're basically doing the inner work for them. They're not doing any work. They're not healing. They're not learning the lesson. They're just learning how to manipulate you even further. So now I just choose silence. And I think I choose silence because it's just like, I'd rather people do what they want to do. I'd rather you treat me how you want to treat me. I'd rather you speak to me the way you want to speak to me. I'd rather you hang out with me how much you ever want to hang out with me. I'd rather you say rude remarks to me if you want to say rude remarks to me. And it's not like I'm going to tolerate it because I'm not tolerating it. It's just, it'll make it more easier for me to leave you and cut you out of my life because this is what you want to do. This is your character. You know what I mean? You're not having a bad day. You're not having a bad month. You're not having a bad year. Like, this is just who you are as a human being. You get what I mean? And people always like to be like, oh, that wasn't my intention. People always like to be like, oh, that wasn't my intention. I didn't mean to do that to you. Honey, if that wasn't your intention and you're just acting like this because you don't know no better, I really got to get away from you now. And the reason why I really got to get away from you now is because you're emotionally unaware and you're hurting my feelings, right? So if you don't even know that you're hurting my feelings, could you imagine what you would be like when you are actually trying to hurt my feelings, when you are actually trying to get back at me, when you are actually trying to be petty with me, when you are actually trying to make me feel uncomfortable? Because that side I saw of you was just you just being you unintentionally. I don't even want to motherfucking see what you're like when you get the way that you get, when you get angry, when you want to see vengeance. I don't want to see that. So now I just literally allow people to be themselves and now I'm adjusting my proximity to them. My days of going back and forth with people are over. I will just let you be yourself and then you probably will never hear from me again. Because talking to people nowadays is like talking on deaf ears. You talk to them, they're not registering what you're saying to them in their head. It's like I'm watching the words going in one ear and out the other. It'd be like a fucking cartoon scene. I'd be like this. You could talk to somebody old but so many times. And what I realize with certain people is just like when they think you won't leave them or they think you're not going anywhere, they will never respect you, bro. They will never respect you because they know that you're chained to them in some way, shape, or form. So they feel the need to treat you any motherfucking way because they know you're not going anywhere. So one day you just gotta wake up and just disappear. Literally disappear out their lives. And they're going to call you heartless. They're going to call you mean. But every time they call you heartless and mean, I want you to remember every single time you've begged them and you've asked them to hear you out and to listen to you. And each and every time they decided to ignore you and do what worked best in their favor. They were selfish. Now you be selfish.